Hey, Shecky again with another review. This is kind of an unusual review because it's an unusual tool. Um, this is the Leatherman Skeletool, and I have had this for a while now, have carried it extensively, and again, as with most of my reviews, I have good and bad to say about it. So I'm going to just briefly go over what I like and dislike about it, and you can take that information to heart. Um, this is an unusual uh, multi-tool because most multi-tools that I've had are pliers with a knife and some other tools uh, connected to it. This multi-tool is more of a knife with pliers and other tools connected to it. This is primarily made to be your EDC knife with some additional functionality. And I've read or heard watched the reviews on YouTube of this knife and elsewhere, and I think the negative sentiment about it comes from the fact that they think of this more as a traditional multi-tool that, like I said, is pliers first and a knife second, whereas this is a knife first and pliers second, as well as a few other tools. Let me go real quickly over what this has. This is got a very nice blade, especially for a multi-tool. It appears to be pretty nice steel. I've sharpened it several times. It holds an edge fairly well, and it sharpens nicely. It has a liner lock that is really solid. I'm very happy with that. I haven't had any issues with it. The blade is very solid up and down and side to side. I have played with the pivot screw to try and make this looser, but it really doesn't come to a point where you can fast deploy it. So I just basically put it to as tight as I could easily deploy it, and it comes out relatively quickly. I have loosened it up, and like I said, played with it, and don't feel like it's worth having a loose blade on it. Next, you have opens up, and you have a set of pliers. Now these are, I would say, the equivalent of the juice pliers. They seem a little beefier to me. They have the flat section, the coarse open section. They have wire cutters as well as a hard wire cutter. Does a excellent job. I've used all the aspects of this and have not been disappointed at all. It also has a removable bit driver. This is compatible with the same bits that are used in the Charge. These are flat bits, but still have a pretty decent profile to them, so they can grip. There's a little release lever here. You press that, and that comes right out. There's two little grooves on each side, and that's what retains the bit, and that's why you have to press the release. And this happens to be a two-sided bit with a smaller Phillips and a larger Phillips. And what's really great is they also built in a bit holder, which I think is actually it makes the bit driver functionality superior even to the Charge, because the Charge only has place on board for one bit. So this actually gives you 4 total bits that you can have because it's two-sided bits. So that's an excellent thought on the part of Leatherman. Good planning, good engineering. There's this clip that also functions as a bottle opener. Never use this. I don't clip knives on belt loops. Just kind of not the look I'm going for there. I don't get into a lot of bottle opening situations, so I don't use that very often. Overall, I think if you're looking for a knife first multi-tool, I think this is a good option. It's fairly light for what it is, and something that you won't get on the smaller multi-tools is this thing fits in your whole hand. You can see that handle comes all the way through my grip, and if I got to get something, I can get it. Now, that being said, you can't just go to town on these pliers. They are not indestructible. They're not even at the level of the charge. If you look here, these are fairly narrow, and I don't want to go too much, but you can see these are closed all the way, and you can get some play out of it. So don't expect to be crushing solid metal tubing or anything with this, but it definitely does the job in most situations. Criticisms, I think that this thing could actually be a little lighter, and that's probably one of the things that I only thing I would really criticize this about. It doesn't have a lot of functionality, but it's not meant to. If you go to the Leatherman website, they even tell you if you just need a basic thing, then this is what you need. I would like to have seen this bit driver foldable. I would like for this to be folded into the body somehow, and that way you could eliminate this whole thing here, and basically then the knife would only come to here. You could eliminate this hook, which I don't think most people use, this clip / bottle opener, and you'd have a even smaller knife. One thing I didn't mention is this actually comes with a pocket clip as well. Like I said, this is meant to be an EDC pocket knife with extra functionality, and for that I think it does a great job. I've really enjoyed carrying it, and I definitely give this high marks. Aside from the few design changes I wouldn't mind seeing, I really like this multi-tool. Thanks, and over and out.